And of course, we're here in Winnipeg again. Another big fight for you. It was supposed to be, an even bigger fight, but obviously, things change. This sometimes happens in the sport. What was just your reaction, kind of being the odd man out through that whole situation when Aldo got pulled into a title fight? It seemed like you didn't have an opponent for a few days at least. How are you just handling all that?
I was just trying to stay concentrated, stay focused on my training, not really worry about anything else. So I just went to the gym every day and tried to bust my ass in there and just get ready for this fight.
So when you're kind of in that middle period where you don't know if you're going to fight, you don't know what's going to happen, did they tell you we're going to get someone and you were just like, okay, get me someone, I just want to fight?
Yeah, that was basically what happened. We were trying to see if I was going to remain on the card or what was going to happen or if the fight was going to be canceled, and they said, don't worry, we'll get you someone. So I just, kept my nose down and kept training.
And so Josh Emmett's name comes through the wire. Was he someone that you were aware of? Have you followed his career at all, or is he just a guy that you weren't really aware of at the time?
No, I knew who he was. It was surprising that when they came to me with the offer, he was, I was thinking about all these different possibilities of opponents I could get, and he wasn't in my head, but then he popped up. So that's just how the sport is, and you got to roll with it. I'm just glad that he stepped up and gave me an opportunity to still fight on this card.
Yeah, in his last fight, he made a bit of UFC history. He became the first fighter to knock his opponent down 4 times in one round. What does that tell you as someone that's kind of scavenging his game? Is it, that he could drop someone but he can't finish them by knocking them down 4 times? Is that impressive to you? How do you read, something like that?
I don't know. I watched that fight. It was against Orantes, right? And it seems like Josh has some decent power in his hands, so we'll see on Saturday.
There you go. And what does this fight mean to you at this point? Do you feel that this moves you up the rankings? I'm sure it doesn't do the same as if you were to beat Aldo, but how does this, advance you at this point? Or is it just, a win, kind of a placeholder fight for you?
Yeah, if I'm being 100% honest, they're kind of putting my back up against the wall again, just like my last fight, fighting a newer guy who isn't very well known. There's not much win in it for me besides the paycheck. But this is the living that I make, and I have to keep fighting. So it's whatever it is, man. It's just another up-and-comer that I got to take care of.
Yeah, and Max Holloway has made it very clear, he wants to beat everyone in this division 2-3 times, have a long title reign. So for you, I'm sure you want another title shot. Is it just as long as I keep winning and keep myself, in that mix, it's going to come, my time's going to come eventually?
Yeah, I think so. I think with a dominant win over Josh, it'll put me in a better position to maybe at least have a #1 contender fight.
And what kind of performance are you looking? Do you need another big win like the last time, another big finish, or do you think a win here just does keeps you in that mix regardless?
I always look for a finish. I'm never satisfied with a decision win. So every fight I go out, and if the opportunity presents itself, I try and finish my opponent.
And Max has been putting most of these guys away. Does the fact that you had a pretty competitive fight with him, 3 rounds, make you more encouraged that you probably will get that shot sooner than later again?
I'd love to get the rematch with Max, but we're taking it one fight at a time right now. So Josh Emmett on Saturday, and then we'll see what happens after that.
How impressed are you by what Max is doing right now? Though 12 wins in a row, beats Aldo back to back. How impressive is that to you as a contender in his weight class?
He's doing awesome. It's not his weight class though. It's just the sports weight class. He's doing good, man. He's come a long way in the sport from his debut in the UFC. Getting submitted in the first round, and now he's a world champ. So whatever he's doing, he's doing it right.